Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Hey, today we got a special episode for you guys. And so first, make sure you do me a favor, because I'm wearing this ridiculous outfit. I need your help. Will you subscribe? Will you like? Will you comment? Will you share with someone? But hey, today we're gonna take you behind the scenes. We renovated this abandoned building. So let's go check it out. There are some industries that are not viewed as glamorous, and senior care is usually one of them. So my wife and I risked it all to pursue our dreams of transforming the future of senior care, and this is Senior Care Uncensored. What up, guys? Welcome to my crib. All right, you know what? First, hold on. Don't look at it. Let's go outside. I'll show you my vans, and we'll kind of talk about the outside a little bit. Let's go. All right, guys, look at our vans. We got vans. We got Kia Sedona number 1. Kia Sedona Sister number 2, and we got the Ford FT350. So yeah, that's our collection, man. Dude, they got leather seats, they got GPS, they got driver assist, they got look, folding mirrors. Did you see that? I didn't even press a button; they just folded themselves. All right, so when we first got this place, I mean, this place was a disaster. You'll see the pictures look terrible. Literally, it was for sale, and every person that passed this place ran as fast and as far as they could, because it was just a complete disaster. I mean, we had literally like these 2 planters like right in front of those 2 windows. I mean, just so overgrown with bushes. There were weeds literally in this parking lot that were growing, and they were that tall. There were weeds growing through the pavement that tall. It was insane. This whole parking lot looked like crap. There was literally, I mean, just, it hadn't been done in years. At one point, really, it was the bar's parking lot. I mean, like literally this place would be packed on a Friday, Saturday night because everyone at the bar next door, like this was like their free roam, you know? It was insane. But the whole front of this building here, I mean, this whole awning thing right here was like kind of like falling off and all sorts of weird stuff. The roof was leaking. Oh my God, it was just an absolute disaster. In the back, here, let me show you guys the back. This is insane. And then like this whole area right here was all overgrown. I mean, literally like the bushes were out to like right here. I mean, it was all overgrown. You couldn't see anything back here. It was ridiculous. We had basically this area. There was another third kind of like building protruding from this one that literally was like just like it looked like an old like chicken coop or barn door. Like it was disgusting. I mean, I don't even know what was behind. I never even looked behind it. It was that bad. And then this, you know, this door right here was like literally hanging off. I mean, at one point, like, I mean, like anyone could break in this place, man. I mean, the squatters were living here. It was bad. It was really bad. But of course, we put a nice new door in there that, you know, Brian, I said, hey, Brian, how much does the new door cost? And he's like, I'm thinking like 150, 200 bucks, put a new door in. No, we're gonna have to have commercial grade, $3,500 later, now we have a commercial door. So anyways, it was just one heck of a learning experience, that's for sure. But we redid the entire outside, repainted everything, you know, cleaned up all there was like cracks in the walls and stuff like that, sealed everything in, painted everything, resealed the roof, fixed all of the leaks in the roof, but it was just an absolute disaster. The parking lot repaved it, got it all restriped and everything like that, and filled in any of the potholes that it had. So yeah, let's go inside. I'll show you the inside. You wanna go? You ready? All right, 94.8, you passed. Although that's kind of low, you might be dead, I don't know. All right, let's talk about the inside here. Okay, so this building, like let me show you this video. It's insane because at one point in time, actually, let me take this off. At one time, there was literally 25 people in this building. It was an insurance office, I think like / employee leasing. So anyone that works at, I think, Integrity, they know what I'm talking about. But it was like multiple hallways, multiple offices, and this entire space was just wall after wall and dark, dreary hallways and office after office. It was insane. So we came in here and gutted everything. At first, when you first would walk in, literally like you walked in this area, and then there was a little skinny hallway this way, and it was like office, 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 office. This whole room was like just multiple offices, big walls, and you would walk this way and the ceiling had big stains and there was leaks everywhere. And I remember walking in this place and I was so excited because it was exactly where I wanted it. It was in the perfect location. It was exactly where we wanted to be, right on 41. It was like the perfect size, and I could see instantly like what it would look like once I demolished everything. But every time I showed somebody, they're like, yeah, I don't know, I can't see it. I just can't see it. So anyways, finally, when we tore it all apart, they started to see the vision. But I saw it from day one, and it literally turned out exactly how I intended. So anyways, we literally cleared the entire space, opened it up, so we could create an activity area for everyone and make this space a place that anyone could hang out. It could be, you could transform it into anything you would want. So if you wanted to do activities, if you wanted to have a big dance floor, if you wanted to have, you know, some sort of like party or dining or whatever the case may be, you could transform the space into whatever it is that you want. So we kept it open and airy for everyone. And then I'll show you, we added this little office area here. So for our administrative team, there's 2 offices in here. They can take care of everything. We added a reception desk, put this in. And the crazy part is when we like took this whole building apart, the floor basically from here this way had like maybe about a 4 or 5 inch like gap between right here out to the front of it, because it was used to be like a porch. And so like we had to fill this in. We brought in like 150 bags of leveling cement, had to mix them up in these big like 35-gallon barrels, and then literally just like pour it out and then go smooth everything out. And we had 3 drains because it used to be a restaurant at one point in time. And it was one of those projects that it started out as like, okay, we're gonna spend $75,000 patching everything together, and it turned into like a full demolition, new ceiling, new ceiling tiles, new lighting, new electrical. Every time we pulled something apart, it was always something new. So I remember like coming in here thinking, okay, we'll keep the ceiling the way it is. You know, we'll just patch the areas that need to be patched. Then I was thinking like when we pulled the walls down, we would just patch the areas that the walls attached to the other walls. Thinking, okay, that would make sense, right? But then we got it all apart and it was just like, there's no way to do this without making it just look terrible. And so every single day, Brian would call me and be like, all right, man, so I think we should do this, or I think we might have to add this. And slowly that bill went from $75,000 to $95,000 to $110,000. And I think when we were all said and done, we ended up spending about $150,000 on this remodel. But we got all new lights, all new electrical, all new plumbing, all new bathrooms, all new flooring. It was insane. I'll show you guys around to these other rooms here. So long story short, these 2 bathrooms we kept. You know what was crazy though? Oh my gosh, like, this was insane. So believe it or not, these bathrooms were perfectly fine before, right? We were thinking, okay, we'll just leave the tile that's in them, just paint them and call it a day. Tile was in good shape. But the county came out and they're like, your toilet is 4 inches too close to the wall or too far away from the wall. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, like you're gonna have to move because they only sell like a 2-inch extension. So we literally had to dig up everything in the ground, rip up the tile, and move all the plumbing on these 2 bathrooms, even though they were almost exactly where they are today. It was insane. Literally, we had to take this toilet that was here and move it here or here to here. I don't know which one, but it had to go move 4 inches. So it's just crazy. It's just one of those things. That's part of the inspector's job, right? So long story short, I got 2 bathrooms there. And then we added, actually these 2 rooms were here, but we converted this one into a kind of a salon spa area. By the way, don't ever buy one of these. Worst decision I've ever made. If I were you, just put a shower in, because we got this thing, you think these things like they should be made to hold water, right? Well, it only holds water as long as you're not in it. If you get in it and you fill it up, it doesn't hold water, it just leaks at the bottom. So long story short, we use it as a shower. But we do have a salon in here, so that always helps. And then we can use this as like a little nail studio too. Then we also added a resting room, which we kind of turned into like a movie area. So if you come in this room here, you'll see that we kind of created this like, movie room vibe, but at the end of the day, it's just a resting room. So if someone's tired, they have a space that they can come and rest in. So I'll show you our kitchen area, and over here, okay, we added this bathroom and then a laundry area over there. And then in this kitchen area, everything's catered, so we didn't really need any big restaurant equipment, just kind of the basic necessities and stuff like that. So we, the only thing I think we actually kept in this whole building were literally these cabinets. Like, that's about it. Everything else was brand new. So, yeah, so I'll show you a little special project I worked on too. Here, come here. All right, so this was like, I spent, I think probably 3 nights in here. I put an air mattress in because I wanted to get this project done before our grand opening. And our grand opening was like coming. Like it was like, we were like 3 days out and this thing was like still halfway completed, not painted. It was a crazy time. But long story short, we wanted to create like a place that we could kind of store some activities, have some of our stuff. So we created this little like setup here and we made a surfboard top. So we cut this wood out here to kind of create the surfboard look, and then you wanted to create that kind of like outdoor, like Key West vibe. So we got, put the little tin roof and stuff like that on there, and I built all these little cabinets here that we see, So I'm not a professional craftsman, so I did the best that I could, But long story short, we could store some of our activities and games and stuff in there. But yeah, that was my little weekend project. Man, it took forever trying to get it right, trying to make things fit, trying to get the, I never done anything like this before, so it was pretty wild. But then Chelsea and I, we spent the weekends, we went and sourced all this wood from somewhere in Sarasota, and then we put this like kind of like cool little dry paint effect on there, give it that little beach vibe. And then we same with over there, we sourced that wood too. So trying to give it that little extra like look and appeal. So it was crazy. It was literally one of the craziest renovations ever. It started out as something small and turned into something massive, way over budget, blew through every budget. So anytime you do a building, anytime you do a renovation, make sure you take whatever number you estimate that it's going to cost and times it by 2 or 3, and then for sure you'll have enough to cover all your expenses. Because anytime we've ever done anything, it's always cost twice as much at least to make a renovation, because you always find out more things. It's like always one problem after another, and then the county wants this and the county wants that, and like literally, like it took us like 7 months just to get through county permits for something that like should have just, like I don't know how they can build and like a massive hotel, multi-story building in a year when it took me 7 months just to get permits on stupid little interior changes. But I know anyone that's built anything before, that's probably not very uncommon, Here, I'm gonna show you one thing we did do. It was crazy, is when we opened up our home care office, and for a long period of time, this was my office. I'll show you. It was insane. It was a little closet. You wanna see it? All right, here we go. So believe it or not, now it's like kind of storage, activity, stuff like that. But at one point in time over here, this was literally our office, our home care office. We had 4 people in here, okay? We had Jamie, myself, Amy, who does all of our marketing, and we had Nikki at one point in time. And so this was our home care office. But one day, here's what happened. We're sitting in here and we had to get this soundproof door, because every day we'd have live music at 1 o'clock. So we had to get the soundproof door. And so one day, like the music's going off, we got the phones ringing in here. Jamie's on the phone with somebody. We have a lady in here that's like interviewing. We had someone in here taking a test or for their HHA certification. And we had Amy on the phone with a new client. And we're like, oh my gosh, like this is insane. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Enough's enough. I said, screw it. I called up Kim, thank you, Kim, who is the landlord of the Bank of America building downtown Punta Gorda, and I said, hey, do you have any available offices, because we need space? And she was like, yeah, absolutely, I do. She said, come on now. So I went through that same day. I said, I'll take it. And the next week, I think on Monday, we moved everything in there and finally got some breathing room. But it was a little tight in here for a little while. So anyways, that's our little storage room area, and this is daycare number 1. And just the beginning. Wait till you see the next one, our flagship. It's gonna be insane, out of this world. This is only 3,600 square feet. The next one's gonna be like 10,000 square feet. So join us for that remodel. All right, thanks for joining us on this special episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and that's a wrap.